Yo, 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 yo. What's poppin'? This is another week of that straight talk with your boy Ken the Messenger. And I have some amazing guests. I got my brothers in the building. To my right, your left, I got Mr. T. Smith. What's poppin'? What's poppin', big brother?
What's up? What's up?
Man, we've been trying to get you for like 2 months, but he stayed booked, so I ain't surprised. And then to my left, your right, I got my brother Marcus. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's the word?
He been booked too, so you know what I'm saying. I mean that's cool. You know they booked. At least they came through. How y'all feeling, man?
Good, bro.
Ecstatic.
Taco Tuesday today. How you feeling?
Man, we all good. So these two brothers, I could tell you about them, but I'd rather them tell you about them. But I will say that they both influenced me tremendously. Marcus has influenced me from a distance, but still influenced tremendous because of his life story. He don't even know I heard about him, and I heard some of his story. But I'm gonna let him tell y'all the story, and then Mr. T. Smith is a big brother, man. He's a mentor, a coach. He's been checking on me, and I'm gonna set up and let them talk. Mr. T, just tell them about yourself, and while we here.
Man, I definitely want to give it back to Ken. Ken is somebody I have a tremendous amount of respect for. His grind, his ambition. You know, he takes me back when I was his age, man. He's really doing an amazing job with the community and everything that he's doing. His music is amazing, and he's just doing a lot of work in the community and taking people to another level. And I just want to come on the show today and just really just speak from the heart, if that's possible. You know, I grew up in Harvey. I grew up in a single family home. You know, my mom worked 2 jobs. We wasn't poor. We were average. And I decided to go off to college where, you know, it didn't work out. I ended up dropping out of college 3 times to pursue my own business. And, you know, the game has changed today with social media, starting your own business and really, you know, taking this entrepreneurship dive to the next level. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm just enjoying every piece of it.
Yeah. My brother.
For sure.
What's going on?
My name Marcus. You know, same story as T. You know what I'm saying? I really, you know, like what he just said, because that's pretty much similar to my life. You know, only thing I didn't go to college at all. I thought about it. You know, growing up, it was tough for me as far as, you know, health, not having a dad around too much, you know, not really having my brother around a lot, you know, how I wanted to have him because, you know, he had his own situations going on, getting kicked out the crib left and right. So I didn't have a father figure pretty much at all. It was just me, my mother, you know, little sister. You know, I'm going to school, high school, study, you know, getting kicked out of school, getting suspended, you know, detention, jail, you know, you name it. Pretty much just in the street trying to find my way, and I really didn't, you know what way to go, you know. So I done ran into, you know, business moves, and now I'm trying to take my, you know, my life all the way to the top. Now I can't look back no more, you know, ever since I found this. So I appreciate Ken, I appreciate T, you know, for today and everything that we got coming, you know, forward, progressing.
You ain't trying, you doing it.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this, Marcus, real quick. You say you were in the street, you know, trying to find your way, and I get that, like I understand, but why do you think a lot of guys nowadays turn to the street?
No guidance.
Yeah.
You know, the people that, you know, may have been around in the past, you know, they not here no more to be a voice for some of these people who, you know, coming up in this new generation and whatever. So, you know, a lot of poverty also, you know what I'm saying? So you seeing your mama probably messed up, or your daddy messed up on some type of drug or something that took a toll on them. You know, it's a big drug epidemic in the world right now. It's a lot of, you know, under the table business and, you know, conniving business going on with, you know, politics and all type of stuff like that. You know, they don't want us to make it out, but you got to see a better way out. So, you know, like I say, lack of guidance, pretty much for me, lack of God. You know, I go to God with everything. So a lot of people don't even believe in God because they stuck in their situation so much. All they can see is a brick wall in their own way. You know?
What you think is the thing that turned you around?
Ain't pretty much turned me around, like, you know, like I say, God, he's special in my life. He showed me a lot of signs through dreams, through, you know, through reality, through everything that I've been through. You know, I could have been dead a lot of times, but I'm still here living. And as close as I got to death, as close as I got to pretty much being, you know, locked up. Well, I could be locked up for life right now. It never happened to me. You know, I feel like God just chose not to throw my life away so many times for me to see it. So it's just like, man, that's great. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me turn around. And, you know, he put people in my life to, you know, put me on a better platform and a stage to where I can level up and not look back no more. That's it. I just need those people with support, and I got it. You know what I'm saying? So that changed me too. So
T, being a six-figure serial entrepreneur, how much of a burden is it for you to go back and help people just like you?
Man, you know, I'm big on leadership. You know, a lot of times, a lot of brothers, you know, they leave the community, they go on, they move about their life, and they forget the people and they forget the places where they grew up at. I feel like each one has to reach one. And today our society is every man for himself. You know, what's yours is mine, literally. What you have is mine, so I'm here to take it. You know, and it's sad that, you know, we don't have enough brothers with their pants up to help the brothers pull their pants up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love the fact that we can give back, reach back, and help others grow. And that's the level of success that we want. You know, you can only grow as far as your ability to help somebody else.
Now let me ask you this. Now everybody know, you know, what happened to Nipsey. That was a perfect example of somebody giving back. You know what I'm saying? Somebody giving back in a community, being in a community, and you know you see what happened. So can you blame some of the guys who don't give back? Like, not give back, but be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's success. I saw a post, and it was just saying how success can be scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, having money can be scary, bro. Like, having, you know, a type of celebrity status, or having a type of bank account, or even having a type of impact can be scary, because then you got people who don't have it. And we were just talking about the difference between flexing and motivating.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do. So, you know, what do you say to a brother that is like, man, I want to give back, but I want to go back, but I'm just a little fearful because everybody ain't done this.
Well, I think that it's so sad that in our community, you know, the leaders actually get put on the cross. You know what I mean? The people who want to make a difference, they put them on the cross, and then they nail them to it. You know, but we have to take a different approach if we want our families to change. And to all the people that's out there that don't want to really stand on the front line, what happens when it comes down your block? What happens when it knocks on your door and you get influenced by it? So I think if we all, you know, come together, I think it's about unity and trust.
Yeah.
If we can work together and trust each other, there's nothing that our race couldn't do.
Right. I think going back to the difference between motivating and flexing, I think that's what our generation do. Marcus, like we'll show them how, you know, what we got, but a lot of times we don't show them how we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like even in trading, that's just something that we do. You know, that's just a common fact. And, you know, to be honest, I was looking and doing my research. Nipsey traded. I don't know if y'all know that, but
he bought into crypto, I think, something like that. So you know.
It's like, you know, the difference is, it's like, look, this is what we've got. This is how you could do the same thing. And a lot of people not like that, you know.
True.
I saw Farrakhan going through the airport today, and man, I think he got more security than the president. For real, he had to have like 20 people with him, all men. Right. And I you know, when you see somebody like that, you just want to go do your research or whatever. And I was listening to him on the way here, and he was just like, we forget where we came from. Basically, what you said. You know, he said, you know, a lot of people forget where they came from, and they turn away from, you know, where they came from.
Facts.
And so I just feel like, you know, the difference is, I don't want to forget where I came from, but I want to be able to make an impact, but I want to make it count. You feel me?
Facts.
Like, we don't want to just be going back and just giving out, you know, clothes. Like, I feel like that's cool, but I want to make a bigger impact than that. Like, I'm trying to catch while they young, and then the people I'm trying to give away jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, be able to make an impact that
I'm investing in real estate. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like invest in it, and then be like, look, I got a 2-flat. I'm gonna let 2 families live here. for 6 months until they get on their feet, and then let another 2 families, and then let another, and then make Section 8 do something so I can buy another one. You know what I'm saying?
Put together classes and teach people how to, you know what I'm saying, build other people up in this business, you know what I'm saying, rather than knock them down. You know?
So what is trading? Tell me what trading is for people that don't know.
You know, trading is just, you know, Forex is like, say you take your regular money, you know, US dollar, you know, and you go to another country with your value. You got to exchange it for, you know, the value that they have in their country, you know. But basically, it's just we do this from our phone and laptop. So you in a global currency market, you know, trading money between different, you know, countries. Period. That's it. Buy, sell, you make profit. You know, buy low, sell high. That's the concept.
So T, what's the benefits, bro?
Man, you know what about this trading? The fact that, you know, you looking at brothers who, number one, college dropped out 3 times. My younger brother never even went to school. But the fact that trading is the new trapping, where brothers like Marcus, who literally had backgrounds, who literally went through the storm, literally lost his way, can turn around now and find a vehicle where he can multiply his money from his cell phone, is game over.
Let's get it.
So the benefits, you know, of trading is literally getting your time back. I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years, and with most things out there, you got to go chase people down. You got to go, you know, switch people's services over. You got to sell them a product. Now we found something where we can just grow our money from home without talking to nobody. And if you do want to share it with people, that's just a bigger blessing. And that goes back to our first point, where when you learn something, you got to go back and give it and teach it. Because now Marcus can touch all the other brothers who right now, you know, have felonies on their background, credit may be jacked up, and don't have a way out of the community. Now they can trade their way out of the community, because Wall Street has just now hit our street, and trading is the new trapping.
And this game don't care about your background. You could, you know what I'm saying, you could come up from nothing from this, you know, like with a job, they gonna look at your background and say you can't get that job. What you gonna do then?
Right, be screwed.
Facts.
And then turn to the streets.
Facts.
That's
like
what I did.
That's how it is.
That's how it go.
And I think that this is a way that can give people, guys especially, just another chance. You know, I think a lot of times the world doesn't care about giving us another chance, and it's especially society. You know, so when we found something that is able to be like, here, Marcus, this is something that can give you another shot. You know, like, you know, this company may not hire you, but you got a phone, just download this app, and this, you know, saying, learn this skill set, learn this mindset, and until you've been an entrepreneur for 6 years. What's something that you had to change?
Man, you got to change your mindset.
Yeah.
What you have to understand that, you know, it's not what's happening in the economy, it's what's happening with your philosophy. See, I want you guys to understand that 95% of the world, they work for the other 5% of the population. But less than 5% only have clearly written down goals. So, you know, you got to understand that people aren't mentally where they want to be so that they can attract the things that they want in life. So a lot of people today, we've been conditioned and tradition or work a job to be poor mentally, not broke, but to be poor mentally. And we understand that poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. How do we pass over opportunities? Because our philosophy says anything outside of a job is a scam.
Exactly.
So when people introduce you to something with a philosophy that says you've been conditioned to work a job all your life, that looks like a lie. Because in the United States, the truth looks like a lie and the lie looks like the truth. So until we change our philosophy and be open-minded.
Ask your president.
You know, so we just got to get our mindset together, you know. It's really determining our success.
When we come back, we're going to talk some more about being an entrepreneur, man, because I know a lot of people that when I told them you was coming, they got James 2 weeks ago. And so when I told them you was coming, they told me to ask you some more questions. And then we're going to talk about Momentum Academy. Okay. When we get back. And we back with some entrepreneurs, some successful black businessmen. So T, tell us real quick, what is Momentum Academy?
Great question. Last August, guys, you know, I had gotten point, you know, for 6 years I've been an entrepreneur. And if anybody know anything about entrepreneurship, there will be some ups and downs. There will be a roller coaster. And I finally got to a space. I said, you know what? I need to share what this roller coaster looked like, right? I really need to share the mindset to help everyday individuals transition from corporate America to entrepreneurship. Because I did it all wrong, Ken. Like, you know, I was making about $60,000 a year. And then out of nowhere, I said, you know what? I don't want to work this job no more. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. And I just walked off without nothing. I had to build this business with a gun to my head. And, you know, with the Momentum Academy, what I do is I just give my perspective. I give the entrepreneur journey, because a lot of people, they're misinformed about what this journey really looked like. Because if you really understood that if the sacrifices that you have to make the next 3 to 5 years, it'll be hard to work somewhere that you don't like for the next 40 to 60 years. So a lot of people have a misconception about what this journey looks like. When the pain show up, they quit. Always think that the devil is busy. The devil's not busy. Right. God is just stretching you outside your comfort zone. And this philosophy is new to you, because being an employee, you're an effect of what other people cause. And now when you're an entrepreneur, you got to cause things to happen in your life. So when things break down, we like to run and we like to say the devil is busy. But no, God is just putting in work while you're just working to the next level.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
How hard is it for you being a young entrepreneur?
Man, I don't say it's hard at all, because like, you know, T said, man, all of this is mental, man. You got to work on your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not trying to build every day, you know, your mind, you know, putting new things in it that's more positive and healthy for yourself, then it's like it's no point in even trying to be an entrepreneur, because with entrepreneurship, you have to go out of your, like he said, your comfort zone. You got to go out of your comfort zone, and you got to grind for it. You got to go 100%, you know, all the time, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, 90% mental, 10%, you know, the rest is just, you know, your own self working. You feel me? But you know, it's not really that hard to me. You know, you're gonna get a lot of no's, and you're gonna get some yes. You know, but that some yes, you got to make a difference with, and try to, you know, make more of that. You know what I'm saying? So I take it how it comes. You know, I don't get discouraged. I used to a lot, you know, and it steered me back to the streets. Yeah. But now it's like, man, I feel like I'm sitting at a better place in my life where I'm anointed, you know. Yeah. So I just keep working with it. I keep pushing at it, and you know,
start no church, bro.
Hey, Tabernacle, man. I heard that. I know that got something to do with God for sure. So, like I say, I'm just working with it, and you know, I let the rest just work itself out. You know?
And I think you got to come up with some different. In being an entrepreneur, I think you got to come up with some different creative ways. Don't you think so? Like, it's 2019. It's a different wave. You know, I think entrepreneurship now is so simple, but it's creative. Think about Uber. You know, it's like I use my gas to pick you up, and then I'll pay a company. A company will pay me. You know, Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? So I think now it's simple, but we got to come up with a different way. While Will's over there eating his Uber Eats, I think we got to come up with a different way. You know what I'm saying, to pitch different ideas or to just to do different things. Right. So what's some advice, you know, being a young boss, how would you know, what's some advice that you would give to other young?
I feel like whatever you going to do, if you have your mind set to do it, do it. Even if you got to do it scared. Even if you feel, you know, even if it's just sitting on you so much, you know.
We don't like doing it scared. We don't like losing no couple hundred. You know, we don't like investing.
Right. But some people ain't gonna do it at all. Yeah. You know, they gonna sit up and dwell on it so much. Like, man, should I do it? Should I not? So many people tell me they got ideas, but why don't you follow through, or at least try to get it in the process? You know, some people just sit on it until somebody else gonna steal it. Yeah. You know, because minds is always thinking all the time. If you close your eyes right now and you try to stop thinking, you can't. You know, so people minds are always thinking all the time. So by the time you sit and try to figure out what's your next move, somebody else is already working on it now, because you took way too long to put it in motion. You know, so like I said, you know, for those who want to do something, you do it, you know, whether you nervous about it or not, just do it, you know, and see what the outcome is, you know.
So obviously it worked well for you, but what was your first, when it came to trading, what was your first Like, keep it straight. What was your first mind? Like, what was your first thought when they brought it to you?
When I saw this, I said, "This is incredible."
Right.
Because I'm open to everything and attached to nothing. You know, so like
Good.
that came from me reading books, and I was like, man, that hit me in a way where like I don't even like to read. So when I saw that, I was like, man, that's powerful. You know, it kind of dug in my spirit and set. So, you know, once I seen trading and I'm like candlestick, I'm like, what is this? But when I got into it, it's like playing a video game to me now. Only I'm not trying to lose.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's cool with me. I was cool first. You know, soon as I seen it, I was like, let's get it, let's do it. I'm with that. You know, what I'm doing is worse than this, so let's do that.
How hard was it though?
Man,
I don't. And when I say how hard, I don't think it's hard. I know it's not hard. Obviously,
I made it hard.
But how hard did you make it? That's the question. Because I made it hard by not studying. You
Come
know, I made
on.
it hard by not giving it. Like I was in
Come
for
on.
months, and I was just like,
First of all,
saying?
you get in right, and you thinking, you so excited
yeah,
that you gonna do anything
right.
because you think this is gonna give you a massive amount of money like this.
Right.
Some people don't get it like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take your time. You gotta study. You gotta do what you have to do. Pretty much, like that's the words that I can get for it right now. It's just you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You can't sit up and just think that this is gonna come to you in abundance all
Right.
the time if you not putting in the work to get it. You know what I'm saying? You
What'd you
just
say,
placing
boss?
trades and losing.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, sometimes your hate can be your gate. And what I mean by that, you know, we all come to the table with a different level of BS in our personality that hinders us from our success and going to other levels.
Yeah.
And when I got introduced to it, you know, in my mind, I wasn't going back to college.
Oh,
You know, after dropping out 3 times and whatever the teacher was putting on the board pointed me right out the door, I was ready to get to the bag. You know, I wanted to do something different than most of my peers. So when it was introduced to me, I shrugged it off for 90 days. And then my guy brought it back to me. And when he brought it back to me, you know, I was open-minded and I really took a real solid look at it. And I said, well, man, I've been having to sell this, sell that for the last 6 years. And now we can just grow our money from our cell phone.
Right.
It's kind of hard to believe. But then, you know, your anxiety about it is like, man, how much do we got to learn? And when I realized, man, it only takes about 20 hours to learn the basics. And when you're committed to bettering you, everything around you gets the proper time.
Yeah.
We make time for what we want to make time for. Just unfortunately, we make time for Netflix.
Yeah.
We make time for the drama. We make time for social media stuff that don't add no value to our life. So when we really take a step back and see that we've been in our own way, we can now see the way.
And you know what make it hard too?
What's that?
Lack of discipline and patience.
I was gonna ask you
Whew.
what's some of the stuff you had to drop?
Man. What you mean by that?
What's some stuff you had to sacrifice?
Man, I sacrificed a lot. First of all, growing up in my predicament, I never really even did a lot anyways, because if I ain't had the money to do it, I'm not doing it. You know how some people have a burning desire to do something.
And they ain't got the money, but they'll get the money to do it and then be broke.
I learned that at an early age. Like, what are you going spending this money for on something that benefits you at all? Nothing, 0%. You know,
Right.
you come back home, now you figuring out how to make more money to go do the same stuff like next week.
Right.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
You know, I got people to provide for, you know, especially like, you know, I have wants and needs, yeah, true, but what am I gonna do to get to that?
Right.
So I sacrificed a lot, bro. Like I didn't want to go out. I don't want to kick it. You know, you call my phone right now, I'm gonna tell you I'm trying to get some money. Don't tell me to come out because I don't want to come out.
Right.
You know, if you're not trying to link up at an event, you know, with me to talk about money, you know, I don't come at people like that. I try to get them in a way where we can compromise. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if it's not like that, I don't really want to get into all that because I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend money that I didn't even intend on spending.
Absolutely.
So I stay in the house and study.
Yeah, and I think being young and like fresh, you gotta sacrifice, and I feel like it's a sacrifice because, first of all, because it's a sacrifice, duh. But it's a sacrifice because everybody's doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I was never the type of kid to go out, but once I got older and it became like, let's do this, let's do that. You know, before trading, even when I was an entrepreneur before trading, it was still Like, nah, I can't do that right now because I got to do this. And I know if I do that, I'm not going to have the money to do this. And they like, stop being, enjoy life. And I get that, I understand. But I think it's a difference. And you tell me if I'm wrong because you're a 6-figure earner. It's a difference between enjoying life and investing in life. Because
come on,
you can enjoy life. Like now you enjoying life.
Right.
But 6 years ago you had to invest in life, right?
right.
And I think that's the difference. I think a lot of people got the game messed up. They want to enjoy, and I'm not saying don't enjoy the process. That's not what I'm saying, because I feel like you have to enjoy the process. Otherwise, it won't be the process to end very quickly. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people enjoy too much. Like you got people that go out, once a month. Go one weekend a month. And then you got people that want to go out and feel like they gotta treat themselves every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And they let don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, get their head and their pockets messed up a whole lot.
The YOLO. You know what?
Only live once.
I'm gonna say,
You only die once too.
how you spend your time is more important than how you spend your money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're around here talking about, time is our biggest asset, but then why we trading it? Right. You really put it in perspective. There's nothing wrong with working a job, but there may be something wrong with only having a job. And you got to put yourself in a perspective where today people are working to, they're 70, 75 years old. It's a lot of time that you putting in, because we've been conditioned around a certain philosophy. So you got to understand that what's crazy about that time is that, people not retiring to 70, but the average male life expectancy is 65. So that means you lucky to die before you retire. So I want you to understand that if we only got one shot at this thing called success and this one thing called life, shouldn't we put it all on the table? Right? Yeah. So you definitely got to be worthy and be appreciative of the time that we have here. Like we lost Nipsey, so you see how quick that we can lose somebody. No matter if you're doing great or you're doing wrong, you can still lose your life.
And Chef, I used to get mad at him. I think I was 16 and I was in this business, and I was mad because I had to get people in. It was one of the things you had to get people in, and I was just like, man, like, and then somebody told me, they was like, look, chill out. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur.
Man,
think about it. If everybody was an entrepreneur, who gonna wash your car?
Sure.
Who gonna wash your kids? Who gonna watch the kids? You know what I'm saying? Like who you gonna buy the watches from? And who you gonna do this from? You know what I'm saying? So and that kind of stuck with me in life. It's just like, look, work with the willing, work with people that want to do it. The people that don't disregard them, but just allow them to do them and allow them to watch you, and that's where the motivating come in.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you just letting them know, like, look, I still got room for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think a lot of people need that, especially our generation, man. We have to have a spirit where we don't reject. We just allow. It's kind of like God in a way, if you want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times,
reflect,
of times, we go our own way, and he don't just knock us out. Okay, you gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Go there. You know what I'm saying? He does it in a way where when you get ready, I'm still right here.
Say that.
And I think that's where true grace come in, even in business. So when we get back, we're gonna talk some more about what you see in your future being an entrepreneur, and then we're gonna talk some more to Chef T. Let's go. And we back with your boy Kenna Messenger, Marcus, and T. Smith. What's up, fellas?
What's up, boss?
So man, we've been having some great conversation. I'm really enjoying myself. T, what's some misconceptions about trading and in the foreign exchange industry?
Man, that's a great question, Ken. I think originally, like myself, a lot of people think that you need $1 million to bring to the table to become a trader. Actually, you can fund your broker's account with just $10, and then a lot of people think, it takes a lot of time. I got kids, I got a family. I do too, got the same thing everybody else got. But understand that if you can dedicate about 45 minutes to an hour a day into an education that teaches you how to multiply your money from your cell phone, it's worth the sacrifice, So it don't take as much time as people do. It's just a lot of anxiety that people have about learning new things. But you have to understand that if you're willing to learn, you can earn. You know, so a lot of people think, you know, outside the money, the time, you know, another misconception is that, you know, how quick can we get the money? Well, this is not like a 401k where you invest and you touch it 40 years later. No, you can actually touch it 4 minutes later. You know, you can touch it 40 minutes later. You know, you can grow this money every day and withdraw it back to your your bank account. So, you know, this ain't no, you got to wait 40 years to get your money. I got a lot of people now, they make more money on the way to work than they do at work, and then they withdraw it on Friday. They got they got 2 paydays on Friday, you know, so.
Yeah. So Marcus, what's your vision
Man,
from this?
My vision from this, like, you know, first of all, you know, to the most important, you know, person in my life is, you know, my mother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she done been with me pretty much through every single thing that I went through. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So even if we don't see eye to eye, I don't care. I want to retire her. You know what I'm saying? Put her. I could care less. I used to care about materialistic things so much. And, you know, because I wanted it so bad, because I never had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a little something, you know what I'm saying? But when you see everybody around you more advanced and more upgraded, updated, it's like, man, when you come from the gutter, it's like, man, but my mother made sure I had everything, you know what I'm saying, that I needed, you know, that was necessary to life. Right. My vision, first of all, is to retire my mother, you know, put her in a better living condition, you know, and, you know, to take it further, I want to, you know, join family in and create a business for us all to eat. I want to invest in real estate. Like I said, I want to, you know, have places for people to, you know, live. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's too much poverty. I want to own the system, you know what I'm saying, around the world.
Run a black back.
And I want to teach people about, you know, trading too also, you know what I'm saying, and how to create new entrepreneurs. Man, I got a ton of visions, bro. I can go on, you know, 1,000 miles per hour the way my mind going with this.
What's your vision for the community?
For the community, man, unity. You know what I'm saying? Unity and peace is what I really want to go after, because, you know, unity is definitely key when you in a community, especially full of your own kind. Yeah. You know, but I don't want to just bring in just my own kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, if we stay in this community, you know, I feel like we all need to talk about something that got something, first of all, to do, you know, with how do you say it? Being around each other, pretty much, in creating
positive environment.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be around each other. Yeah. You feel me? So first of all, that, you know, because you got kids in the community and all, so everybody should have a more positive image from somebody, you know. And like I say, peace, man. There's too much going on, you know, in our city and you know, our state, you know, because even in Chicago, you know, outside of Chicago, in the suburbs, there's just a lot going on, man. Yeah. And it's like, man, how do you change this? You know, it take the people, you know, each one teach one. So, you know, like I say, unity and peace for me in the community, bro.
Paul, so what's one of your visions, man?
So, you know, my vision is, and this is not, I don't want you, the viewers, to get this misconfused that this is a commercial for trading. I want you guys to understand that this trading is just a vehicle. We're using this vehicle to fund our dreams. So in our community, one of the biggest problems is that we have a lack of resources to get our dreams off the ground, because our job pays our bills and we don't have enough outside of that to fund our dreams. So now we have a platform where you can learn 30 to 45 minutes a day and grow your money to invest in your dreams. So now that brings up the whole community. Can you imagine now where, you know, you and your family coming together and buying a block where, you know, you in a group chat and everybody got a business. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got to shift. You know, my vision is that everybody is an entrepreneur, some type of investor. Yeah. You don't have to, you can trade and don't have a business. Right. Just grow it and put it into your children's college fund, or grow it and put it into your mother's retirement. You know, and that's my vision for the community.
How important is it to think about the future?
Man, very important, you know, unless you living to die and your name means nothing. You know, somebody told me that a while ago. You know, if you doing something right now and you not, you know, if you're not using your time wisely, and you just, you know, wasting time, and you just living with no purpose in the future. You living to mean nothing. I want to mean something to a lot of people.
Right.
I want my name to live on, for generations and generations, to be one of those guys that say, wow, that man changed my life. He told me something I'll never forget, or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, man. So it's definitely, it's very key to always think about your future and never sleep on it. Think about it so much that you writing stuff down, how you want your life to go, and connect the dots to it. Every day.
True. So how do the people get started, man? If they wanna go ahead and change their mindset, change their wealth, just change what they doing, try something else.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna be real transparent. Can I be transparent?
Yeah.
I just want to be transparent on the show that, when it comes to getting started, a lot of people don't understand that it takes money to make money. You got to make an investment. Yeah, that's the elephant in the room, that you got to invest in yourself, And just like you do anything else, when you want to go to that job, you had to buy into, the clothes, the gas. When you wanted to, put your kids into extra programs, you had to invest in that, summer camps. So it takes money to make money. And what I love about this platform, this online university that teaches us, it's a $200 investment one time that people can now literally learn this education from the palm of their hand. Because the world is shifting from brick and mortar to click and order. So we don't have to go sit down in somebody's university. There's no student loans. There's no, having to get credits and stuff. No, it's online academy where we can learn everything from A to P about trading. Spend $200, which I believe is too cheap. You know what I'm saying? If I can spend the same thing on Jordans that last 30 days, 45 days, but we can take $200 and create a skill set that'll pay us for generations, it's too cheap. So we got to raise our, our value up on things. And, the easiest way to get started, I would reach out to Ken, reach out to Marcus, reach out to myself, get started. Ken can shoot you the information. We have classes on Wednesdays, and actually we have an event after this. We're going to be in Country Club Hills having Taco Tuesday with the team. We just trade and eat tacos. It's a different spin on Taco Tuesday, and get money and eat,
Y'all got any last minute comments?
Man, if you're thinking about doing this, man, don't wait. Jump right into it, man. Trading, it's turning. I've met real millionaires. I shook hands with people who, it's no way for me to go back, because once you touch a rich person's hand and you have a conversation with them,
you don't wash it for hours.
But I done talked to people in the street that got a lot of money, but I know a lot of people like that dead and in jail now. Yeah. And it don't last long. So this business, it lasts long. It's forever. It's not going nowhere. Your job is gonna be gone probably next 2 years. Yeah. You never know.
I just tell the viewers that, in 2019, you got to stop asking God to order your steps and you're afraid to move your feet.
Wow.
So many people, there's nothing left to pray about no more. He already heard you. Now you just got to get up and go get it. Wow. So 2019, just go get it. Go do it. It don't got to be trading. You got to go do what you love doing, that you're passionate about. And you got to do it in the face of no agreement. Yeah. If people don't believe in you, so what? If people are not on the same page with you, so what? Most people is not going to see what you're believing God to do in your life. Right. But he didn't give the vision to them. He gave the vision to you.
Go get it.
Go get it.
Man, shout out to Mr. EWA, Devin Smith. He watching. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming through today, man, and having some real straight talk with me. I appreciate y'all because both of you, like I said in the beginning of the show, have influenced my life and continuing to do that. So I appreciate y'all for being brothers. Absolutely. I will see y'all next week, same time, same station. T, before we get out of here, tell people how they can look at Momentum Academy.
So guys, you can actually, it's Momentum Academy on Facebook. You guys can just type it in, you'll find me, or you can search me out, T.E.E. And my last name is Smith. And I'm in. I should be in one of Ken's friends list. So if you want to look into it, my name is T Smith on Facebook. T.E.E. Smith.
Bet. And then they can just go to Momentum Academy on Facebook and click the link. Because sometimes
it's a Facebook group.
They be like, "You talking too fast, Ken? Tell us again." And we'll see y'all next week.
All right, guys.